Today, let us revise Bhakti's Avyakt Murli of 12th March 1985. The title of the Murli is The Power of Truth. The Power of Baba says, today, the true Father, the true Teacher, the Sadguru, is looking at his children who are embodiments of the power of truth. You are souls who have experienced how great the true knowledge and the power of truth are. Why have all of you children residing in faraway lands, coming from different religions and having different beliefs, customs, and systems, been attracted to this world spiritual university and to this Rajyoga? You received the true introduction of the true Father. That is, you received true knowledge. You found the real family. You found true love and experienced real attainment. This is why you were attracted to the power of truth. You had life, you had attainment, you also had knowledge according to your capacity, but you didn't have true knowledge. This is why the power of truth made you belong to the true Father. The word truth has two meanings. Truth is truth, and truth is also imperishable. So the power of truth is also imperishable. This is why you have imperishable attainment, imperishable relationships, imperishable love, and imperishable family. You will continue to have the same family in different names and forms for 21 births. You won't know them. At present, you know that you are the ones who will become part of the same family through different relationships. Even though you live in faraway lands, this imperishable attainment and recognition has pulled you to the true family, the true Father, and the true knowledge. Where there is truth and it is imperishable, there is the recognition of God. Where there is truth and it is imperishable, there is the recognition of God. So just as all of you were attracted on the basis of this speciality, so you have to reveal the power of truth and this true knowledge to the world. You have been preparing the field for 50 years. You gave people love and brought them into contact. You attracted them to Raj Yoga. You attracted them to the experience of peace. So what else now remains? Just as all the different religions believe that God is one, in the same way, until a loud sound has spread that this accurate and true knowledge is only from the one Father, and that there is just this one path, souls will not stop seeking the support of straws. At present, they think that this too is one of the paths and that it is a good path. However, eventually they should think this is the only introduction of the one Father. This is the only path. When the illusion of many ends, that will be the basis of world peace. When the illusion of many ends, that will be the basis of world peace. Until this wave of the introduction of the truth to the truth and the power of real knowledge has spread everywhere, all souls will not be able to receive the support under the flag of revelation. So, you are specially inviting souls to the Father's home with a special invitation for the Golden Jubilee. That is, to your stage. There is the elevated atmosphere, there is the influence of clean intellects, there is the field of love and pure sustenance. To reveal your true knowledge in the midst of such an atmosphere means for revelation to begin. Do you remember what you used to do when you began service at a fast speed by serving at exhibitions? You used to ask them to fill in a form of the main questions. Is God omnipresent or not? Who is the God of the Gita? You used to ask them to fill in those forms, did you not? You used to ask them to write their opinions. You used to ask them riddles. So you began that first, but then, as you moved along, you gave them the answers to these questions in an incognito way and brought them into connection and brought them close by giving them love. This time, when they come to this land, give them the true introduction very clearly. When they say, this too is good, it is just to please you. However, let the one accurate introduction of the One Father clearly enter their intellects. You now have to bring about that time. You simply tell them directly that the Father is giving this knowledge and that He has come. However, when they go away, do they go away believing that this is God's knowledge or that God's task is being carried out? Do they experience the newness of this knowledge? Have you ever held such workshops where you ask them whether God is omnipresent or not, or if He comes just once or repeatedly? Let them receive such clear introductions that they understand. They hear things here that they have never heard in the world outside. When you speak of these secrets of knowledge to the main speakers who come, this will enter their intellects. Mhm. Along with that, let each speaker in the lectures you offer clarify one aspect of this new knowledge while relating experiences of their own transformation. Don't have a topic directly stating God is not omnipresent, but tell them about the special attainments you have received by knowing the One Father in one form, and you can then clarify the aspect of omnipresence. Tell them how the intellect can become stable and concentrated by remembering the Father and by considering yourself to be resident of the supreme abode, and what attainments you experience by having a relationship with the Father. You can prove this in this way, with both truth and humility, so that they don't feel you people are arrogant or that you only praise yourselves. When they feel your humility and compassion, they won't feel you are arrogant. For example, when you hear Murlis, none of you would say that that is arrogance. They would say that it is spoken with authority. No matter how strong the words may be, you wouldn't call that arrogance. Authority is experienced through that. Why is this? To the extent that there is authority, there is just as much humility and compassion. The father speaks in that way in front of his children. And all of you can clarify this on stage with this speciality. You are told how to do it. So take up the aspect of omnipresence. Baba is really guiding and sharing in detail how to give the new knowledge, and how to mm, show everyone the, the true introduction of the Father. So Baba took up the aspect of omnipresence. Secondly, take up the aspect of being beyond name and form. Thirdly, keep the point of the drama in your intellects. Keep the new specialities of souls in your intellects. Keep in mind those special topics and continue to clarify them on the basis of your experience and attainment, through which they will understand that the golden age is being established with this true knowledge. What is so special about the versions of God that no one except God can speak them? There are special slogans which you can tell them directly. A human being cannot be the Sadguru of human beings. He cannot be the true Father. Human beings cannot be God. You have been hearing such special points from time to time. Create this type of slogans through which the true knowledge can be clarified. This is new knowledge for the new world. Let them experience both newness and truth. For instance, when you hold conferences, very good service takes place. You also adopt ways to follow up the conferences with a charter or something else. You adopt various means to keep in touch. Those are also good methods because you then have a chance to keep in touch with those people. However, just as people who come here now say that this is very good, that it is a very good plan, it is a very good charter, and that this is a very good way of serving, in the same way, let them now go back saying, this new knowledge was clarified today. If you prepare even 5 to 6 such special souls, because you cannot have this type of conversation with everyone, but only with those few who come here specially. You provide them with tickets to bring them here. They also receive special sustenance. Have these heart-to-heart conversations with the well-known ones who come, and definitely let it enter their intellects very clearly. Create such plans whereby they don't feel that you just have a lot of your own intoxication, but let them feel that this is the truth. This is said to be striking the target without causing pain. Striking the target without causing pain. Let them not cry out, but dance in happiness. Find a new way of giving lectures. Many lectures have been given for world peace. There is a need for spirituality. Nothing can happen without spiritual power. This is printed in the newspapers. But what is spiritual power? What is spiritual knowledge? Who is the source of it? We haven't yet got this far. Let them understand that God's work is being carried out. At present, they say that you women are doing very good work. According to the time, this land, field, also has to be prepared. Just as son shows father, similarly, father shows son. Now it is father shows son. So this loud sound will enable the flag of revelation to be hoisted. Do you understand? Do you understand? Let's take a moment to just pause and just absorb Baba's versions. Baba is emphasizing to experience truth of being imperishable, connected to the imperishable source, imperishable truth. And we inspire souls through this new knowledge to connect to the truth and receive true introduction of the Father. Not just our intoxication, but the real truth. And this reveals Baba in the world. The flag of revelation is hoisted, not only in our hearts, but in the entire world. And all the souls are getting the real, true experience of belonging to the One. Om Shanti. Shanti. Thank you, Baba. Thank you, family. Let us pause here and we will continue with the rest of the Murli tomorrow. We would like to open, if anyone would like to share any inspirations from the Murli today, please feel free to.
Om Shanti Sukhai. Om Shanti. Sarupai, can you hear me?
Ji, yes. Om Shanti.
I don't know what was it which you just read about truth. Was it an essay? Or what was it a paribhasha? Or what was it a definition which we generally hear? Truth is powerful. We have heard it down the corridors of everywhere, especially when justice is needed. We say truth needn't be proved because it prevails. Truth doesn't need any alibis. Truth is no complication because it's just plain truth. And today Baba is also, and we know we see the true things, the sun shining, the wind blowing, and all nature in her absolute carrying on a process as if she has understood the power of truth, which we human beings had forgotten. The definitions which Baba has given us about truth. Just one question I wanted to settle my mind before I go any further. When did I know that truth had run away from me? Which was that? Because I was enjoying my life and golden age and Satyut and even in copper age. When did I know that it was not the truth? Just these 100 years? So that means before that, falsehood prevailed. And I was happy in golden age, in silver age, and even in copper age. Even though I ran after here, ran after there, I never thought that was not the truth. I was just looking for different varieties in the cockroach. But the dawn only now in conference age, where we come to know that it's not the truth, just 100 years for us to reveal the truth. I was just thinking about that. When did my intellect, our intellects or humanity who was so happily carrying on the word, what they call it as falsehood, when did this cloak that it's falsehood happen? Who made it? And how can we take that whatever that revelation that जो भी जी रहे थे वो false है, ये सत्य है तो ये सत्य है. How did the intellect accept that? I don't know. I just went a little backward to know what is the sudden new fellow truth coming out? When did he come out? I suppose you can just do, then I can understand. Oh, yeah, this is truth. If you can just throw some light on it. ये कब हुआ?
Mhm. Yeah, what I feel, Krishipan, like as these souls were in the golden age and silver ages, we were aware of our truth and as a soul and residing in this body of matter, and we were naturally soul conscious. But then when we forgot ourselves and, came into body consciousness at the beginning of the copper age, and that's where we completely lost the truth. We completely forgot that we are souls residing, we have come from our supreme abode of silence. We are actors here. We completely forgot that. And then when we started to look out for God, we also started to look out in that way in terms of body consciousness. And so we went, far and away from the truth, who we are and who God is. I feel that that's the real truth, who I am and who do I belong to. And once that truth is clear, then everything else just falls into place. But if that truth is not clear, then I may go round and round. I may have some experiences here and there, but all will be temporary. Nothing would be, permanent, like Baba said, imperishable. So just making this form, who am I, who is mine? And I believe at the beginning of the copper age, and of course, like that, connecting to that falsehood, then later translate into, body consciousness, and then, vices, and then, wrong actions and sorrow and pain and suffering and bondages, karmic accounts, everything just started to compound itself. But it all started when, we souls forgot that who we are really and who we belong to. Mhm. Does that help?
Yeah, Om Shanti. Saurabhai. So, very nice, Murli. So, Baba says about the power of truth. So, truth is actually what is real, and truth is again imperishable, like Baba said. And I liked when Baba said that, the balance of humility, authority, and humility. So, speak with authority, but balanced with humility. So, can you throw some light on this? Because authority, when you have the authority, in your hand, right? You speak with authority, but at the same time, balancing that humility, I suppose, ensuring the other person is not hurt inside. Is that what it is here, or?
Mm. Yeah, I think Baba always talks about like the truth need not to be proved, and then we just um, embody the truth, and your authority really is that dignity, that self-respect that comes by knowing the truth and by leading the life of truth, and then that automatically translates into humility because we are soul conscious, we are connecting to the soul. We're not trying to prove anything because, again, proving something is the energy of body consciousness. Proving myself right is again, ego has stepped in. And so when we are truly soul conscious, then I think the proof of that is really humility, where we are just, connecting ourselves to the soul and not, not the any other kind of ego-based energy.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
The basis for having this balance of authority and humility is the first lesson that we learn is being always in awareness of who I am as a soul, and wherever I've been connected is also a soul. Having that present every moment is one of the axes to have balance in authority and humility. As you rightly said, Saurabhai, it's only when we get into body consciousness. So you give an example of proving. I guess any vikar that comes in, it could be anger, it could be greed, all that is also, Baba says, is body consciousness. So when we get into that space is where we actually have this topsy-turvy space of humility and authority getting dispersed, and there is no balance there. This is something which touched me as well from today's Murli. Yeah, there is one space of authority where you are seated in a or at a seat of authority, or maybe by relationship. What context you may have an authority, it can be there practicing humility. How do I take that forward? And um, the only access is practicing soul consciousness.
Om
So,
Shanti. Yeah. So if I just add to that, the authority, right? Let's say if somebody say, or if I say that, I think God is omnipresent. So when I say that, right, I think God is omnipresent, then I'm not saying really with that authority, right? So the person who's listening to me may not really believe me 100%, because when I'm saying that I think God is not omnipresent, then I myself is not fully 100% sure about that, right? But at the same time, uh, if I try to say that, or say God is omnipresent, not sorry, God is not omnipresent, and He is doing what He's doing from where He is. Right? He came, um, y- you know, he's there in his home and doing his work. right? And I also have to prove that I experience him. So I think when we say to the other person, it makes a lot of difference, the way we express or the kind of words that we use while expressing to the other person. And just one thought.
Saurabh, I was even also trying to rationalize this authority. As I earlier even shared with you, every religion, be it Christianity, be it Buddhism, be it Taoism, or any religion, it was the founder, the so-called founder. There was always a kind of authority when they spoke. There was always a kind of purity. That purity which we are talking now was also there present. So that's why all those religions slowly flourished. It became a religion, and there was some authority. And they confounded, as Baba is even mentioning in today's Murli, that God is one. But they believe their concept of what is God is God. That was the only difference. So, what I feel, because so many of these founders came and so many of these founders said, this is not God, this is God. Niti niti. This is not God, this is God. So, maybe the intellect didn't understand after going through all that. Every religious founder is saying, this is God, then what is the truth? What is God? If suppose the Islam believe in that concept of God, or Buddhism believe in that concept of God, and let us not discount the way their purity or their authority. They believed, but they only said that alone is God. Or I don't know. I'm not still trying to. I have not still tried to understand that. But what I feel, maybe my intellect went through all these wandering lanes of these founders. And it was birth after birth, it was thinking maybe I also took into Islam in one of my birth. And my intellect wanted to know, if that is that, then what is the truth? There has to be truth is only one. Truth cannot be many. So maybe that was the time when God said, it's okay, I think. That's why they say, no, tujhse yog lagaye, तुझसे ही मैं ज्ञान पाए तू ही सत्य है. So once when he came down and when my intellect connected to the truth, I realized, oh, I've been running away from all this. This is the truth. And what did I do today? Baba is saying, when you want to reveal the truth, your authority has compassion. Your authority has humility, because you want the others to know that whatever you did till now, you have been, this falsehood has just cloaked you. So I think that's the difference between their authority and my authority, because I want them to see the true Father. I think maybe this is what is happening in the intellect as far as authority for newness and for truth is concerned, and for new knowledge is concerned. I think so.
Yeah, very nice. Thanks for sharing.
And authority without humility, that is where the arrogance comes, right? And the other way, humility without authority means people don't take it seriously. They will just, may not take it that serious, because when you're saying, you're not saying with authority. So it is considered to be a weak statement, possibly.
Yeah, nice. Mhm.
But Bijit Bhai, even nowadays, you see, even I don't know, I think Surya Bhai had mentioned, so many of these conferences takes place, the sannyasis abroad, they made to sit. It's only recently, I don't remember that particular sannyasi who spoke about that nirvikari, incorporeal, the truth. But he didn't discount his religion. He didn't let go his. There a little acceptance was there, but they still believe when they come down and sit in that seat when they are called for the conferences and all, they stand by what it is there. They don't come and say, yes, they say, good, Brahma Kumaris are doing a good job, fine. But that's not the only one thing. So how come we children really feel this authority to be the only authority? Sometimes I think Baba is throwing some magic upon us that only, हमारे ये जो intellect खुल गया है. So I used to tell Baba, that magic which you have used on us, why you can't do it? Why can't you do it on others too? Because still, if you see, we say truth, 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 but still we are not, we reach their hearts, maybe, but we have not reached that concept of their brains or minds to say, yahi hai, yahi hai. I wanted to know what's the difference between my awareness and the awareness of those poor souls who are also children of the same God, who are also going to go and stay with him in Paramdam till they actually come. What is this game which is going on? Sometimes, I fail to understand. Sarabat?
Mhm. Yeah, so we were the ones who came first, and that's why it is our responsibility to awaken first, and then also lead the way for then other souls to go back home. Mhm. But yeah, coming back to just the truth is, and so I always felt like in my spiritual journey, like to convince the self to the point where it's not just a, kind of matter of believing or having faith, but it is actually just like science, like we say, it is a law. It's, in the same way, when we boil down to that level, then it is then the truth actually. And through the experience of soul consciousness, then it is stamped. And once we have experienced the truth, then nothing can actually take it away. Mm.
And beyond that, we can also add the point of drama, because drama is designed like that,
Mhm.
right? Everybody has got their own role
Mm.
to play in this unlimited drama, and no matter how hard you try to make the other person understand, he will only understand when his time comes. But on the other side, the more you work hard to make him understand, the better you are learning on the other side, right? So no effort is
Right.
going waste there. Yeah.
Very nice. Mhm.
Even these two questions, which Baba always feels too shy, he says, like as if he has been defamed. This question of Sarvavyapi and Bhagwan, Gita ka Bhagwan. I don't know. I used to just say, why, Baba, you're making a big thing of it? Of course, when the question of omnipresence comes, they are forgetting your Paramdham. But let them think, no, that you are here, you are there, you are here, you are, let them, at least they have a feeling that you're everywhere. Why, Baba, do you feel? They are at least saying you. Okay, your true, aapka jaga, aapka ghar ka address, they forget. Fine. But this God of Gita, let them say, other than they mention Bhagavan Uvacha, and then that Bhagavan, they say Krishna. Although, let it be some Vyasa or let it be some, and this Gita, so many people say so many things and all. Why, Baba, you should feel shy of these two? I used to sometimes, Baba is so particular about these two things. I feel like, क्या बोलना उनको? He feels that उनका दाढ़ी का लाज निकल गया है because of these two questions. I used to sometimes tell Baba, why, Baba, it's such a big thing. You are as you are, you are loved as you are, you're the most beautiful, and they will come running and all. Why you fight shy for these two? These two questions, sometimes I used to ask Baba, which today also yes mentioned in the Murli, going and telling them like Prahalad to believe God is not there and somewhere. And you see this happening in so many places. Even 1 month back, somewhere the face of the idol suddenly started opening its eyes and closing and all. All such things are happening everywhere. So they found God there. So I used to tell Baba, it's nice, no, they are at least godly. They find that Shakti there. Sometimes these two questions also I used to feel. Why, Baba, all this thing you feel? I don't know. So sometimes I don't know, not questioning Baba, trying to understand Baba better. Do you feel like this, Saurabh, any time? I don't think so.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Because I think that is where we lost our power, no? The moment we started calling God as omnipresent, that is where we forget, we lost all our power, right? All our energy.
Mm.
So to gain those power back, we have to focus on one. When God is omnipresent, we can't really focus, right? To one, because when everywhere is God, then where can we focus?
Mm. Right. Right.
Saurabh, nobody is asking anything, so just I can ask you something. How do you put power in your lectures? Like, how do we, truth, taking the question of truth, how do we really put that, whether it's through experience, because that's the need of the hour. Can you say with, and no glorification for the self? How do you put power in the lectures or when you share the true knowledge of the true father with his children?
Um, um, actually, I would say Baba only does, but for think just to be genuine and honest and just soul conscious. I think while sharing anything, I feel that's what helps me. Of course, there is a journey, there are ups and downs, but that's what I feel. That honesty and um, sharing, so that it doesn't feel that just sharing superficially, uh, but honesty from my own experience, and then ultimately we're all trying to be soul conscious more and more. So whatever we can you know learn from one another on this journey. Yeah. Mhm. Mhm.
Shraddha, we can move on to meditation.
Sure. Mhm. Okay, let us take a moment and realize our truth, that we are souls, eternal beings, actors, playing our part in this play of life, and that we're all children of the One, the Divine. I allow the truth to gently be experienced as all the clouds of illusion fade away into a distance. Just I, the being, the soul, with Baba, the Divine. Spiritual journey is just the journey of returning back to this truth again and again, coming closer to Baba and my true self, and seeing everyone with that truth. Om Shanti. Thank you.
Om Shanti. Thank you to Baba. Thank you, Saurabai. Thank you, Divine Family. See you tomorrow at 5 a.m. Until then, have a wonderful day.